Yeah. What up, YouTube and wrestling fans alike? SDLive the name, Talk Wrestling is the game, and check it out. I'm a day late and $1 short on my SmackDown video, but that's because I had a bug to end all bugs yesterday. Let me run across the street, because these cars will run you over in the Bronx. SmackDown Live, although it didn't beat Raw in the ratings this week, was put on another great show Tuesday night. Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. I know we've seen it 100 times. I know we're bored of it. I know Ziggler is kind of dangling in mid-card mediocrity right now. But this match was entertaining as all hell. Baron Corbin hit a wicked end of days to beat Dolph Ziggler. Corbin is on his way. Like I said in my predictions video, he'll be the biggest breakout star of 2017. By the end of 2017, we'll all know that Baron Corbin belongs in the spot that he's in. After the match, Kalisto comes in because Baron Corbin kept beating up Dolph Ziggler. Then he grabbed a chair. So Kalisto, having history with Baron Corbin, comes in for the save, grabs a chair, and Baron Corbin flees. Well, he retreats, I should say. But what happened after the match? Dolph Ziggler super kicked Kalisto right in the mouth. The fans cheered for it. Not that they don't like Kalisto, but I think we've been waiting for something like this to happen with Ziggler for the last 6 months. Kind of since the end of his feud with The Miz. So Ziggler pretty much turns heel, confirmed. Heel turn confirmed. And beats up Kalisto, starts screaming, "I didn't need you to help me. I don't need anybody. I never needed anybody." Ziggler goes back to the locker room, and this is where it got really good, because Apollo Crews and Mojo and Rhino were in the locker room, and they're like, "Dolph, you know what's up with that? That's messed up, blah, blah, blah." And he headbutts Apollo Crews, gets right in his face. They start scrapping. Ziggler leaves the locker room, and Apollo Crews and Dolph Ziggler, I can't wait for this feud. I mean, it's a mid-card feud, sure, there's nothing on the line, but damn, a fresh heel Dolph Ziggler. Isn't that refreshing? In the women's division, we had a couple of matches. Carmella beat Aaliyah, who I don't know is permanently going to be on SmackDown, but she definitely needs more time in NXT. She is green as goose shit. So Carmella wins with James Ellsworth's help. It seems that these two are going to be working together. They're obviously not a couple in real life or anything like that, so cut that crap out. But I'm interested to see where this goes and how it plays out. And then Becky Lynch was supposed to wrestle La Luchadora. Then there was multiple La Luchadoras. One was Alexa Bliss, and the other was, we don't know yet. A lot of people are saying it's Deonna Purrazzo. We'll have to wait and see. Tamina Snuka, Mickie James, a lot of people have been rumored to be playing the role of La Luchadora, but who's it going to be when the mask comes off? My guess is Tamina, the way they're playing like this kind of bodyguard sidekick role. Tamina plays great in that role with her big shoulders and her manly face and her leather jacket. Definitely a scary addition to Alexa Bliss's stable. Tag team titles were not on the line, but the tag team champions were there. American Alpha took on Breezango, or the Fashion Police, or whatever you want to call them, in a, if you would have blinked, you would have missed it, tight match. It was, what was my man Puppet say? Squash! It was a squash match. American Alpha beats Breezango 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Only to set up the Wyatt family on the Titantron, saying that American Alpha hasn't won anything yet. That next week on SmackDown, American Alpha is going to lose those tag team titles to the Wyatt. Are they going to play hot potato? I don't know. But the main event makes me think, the main event of Tuesday night SmackDown makes me think that next week the champions will remain the champions. Maybe this is when Randy Orton fully turns on Bray Wyatt. But Bray Wyatt cuts a mean promo about how the American Alpha hasn't won anything yet, and blah, blah, blah. So next week, American Alpha versus the Wyatts. Match number 2, they get their rematch for the tag team titles of SmackDown. I can't wait to check that out. But in the main event, The Miz defended his SmackDown title against Dean Ambrose as ordered by Daniel Bryan Maurice slapped the holy hell out of Renee Young, it shocked me, because Renee Young, although rumored to want to be a WWE superstar, hasn't, I don't think, been training in the ring at all, or at least I haven't heard. Crazy part is, Maurice was fined later on by Daniel Bryan $5,000 for slapping Renee Young. And Dean Ambrose and The Miz had one of the best Intercontinental title matches I've ever seen on free television, or pay-per-view for that matter. In the end, Maurice slaps Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose begs the ref not to disqualify him. The ref doesn't disqualify him, and then he gets hit with the skull-crushing finale. He got hit with the Intercontinental belt. He kicked out. Then he gets hit with the Miz's finisher. He kicks out again. Then he hits Dirty Deeds as the Miz is trying to set up the skull-crushing finale, and Dean Ambrose wins the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I'm going to go back to the tag titles for a second. They changed hands last week. This week, Dean Ambrose wins the Intercontinental title. So next week, the Tag Team Championships are supposed to change hands again? Which is why I believe American Alpha is going to defeat the Wyatts, and maybe Randy Orton turns on his compadres. But SmackDown was great last night. What was even better was Talking Smack. Talking Smack has been the show of shows. Tuesday night they had Baron Corbin on. They had Alexa Bliss on. They had The Miz run on and start belittling Daniel Bryan again. It was awesome. He even threw in some curse words there. That was pretty crazy. They really blur the lines between reality and wrestling and kayfabe. So don't forget, if you don't have the WWE Network, you have to check out the WWE Network. And do yourself a favor if you haven't. If you don't have Hulu either, then go on YouTube. Try to find that Dean Ambrose Miz Intercontinental title match. It is definitely worth it. And try to find anything you can find on Talking Smack, because it's a really good talk show. I recommend it, man. I mean, I'm not going to say that alone is worth the network, but 205 Live, NXT, how could you not want the WWE Network? But before this turns into a 90-second commercial for the network, let me tell you this. Here on Let's Talk Wrestling, although I'm thinking about changing up some things, there's no gimmicks needed. It's just me, the camera, and you, the viewer. And what do? We talk about wrestling, and we like to do so. Wrestle Kingdom 11 was the 3rd. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I watched it live. My video was supposed to be out yesterday, but I didn't do my review. I'm going to do my review. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, because YouTube loves thumbs ups. Comment, let me know what you thought about SmackDown. Subscribe to the page. Maybe I'll put a little thing down there that says subscribe. I don't know, maybe not. But always tell a friend to tell a friend about Let's Talk Wrestling. SmackDown beats Raw again. Who'd have thought?